if you could go back to before you had that amputation, knowing, again, in hindsight's 2020, and it's easy to be a Monday morning quarterback, but would you say anything to your doctor at that time? Like, hey, is there anyone else that might be able to help me? I think the thing that we struggle with as somebody who treats patients with what you have is that a lot of times the patients don't know what's available. And sometimes not through any fault of their own or for their physician's fault, but they believe what their doctor tells them to be gospel. And because of that, if the doctor says you need an amputation, you need an amputation. And we're through something like this podcast and just raising awareness, we're trying to get a grassroots effort going and putting the patient as the quarterback and them dictating to some degree what happens to them. What would you say?
Yeah, because I was told, that there was nothing that they could do. And like I said, that my only option was to either live with the pain or to have it amputated. Well, I didn't know any different. And I went with the option of amputating because of the pain being so excruciatingly bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish to God I would have found you or a doctor like you before I let them amputate. I just took their word for it. And that's one step in my life there that, yes, I feel like now I can look back on and say I gave up. And I shouldn't have gave up. I should have looked further. But I was in so much pain, I just wanted the pain to go away. And I thought that was my only means of the pain going away was to let them amputate it like they said. And now I know different from that because of what I went through with my left leg. And like I said, you've done surgery on it 2 different times and saved it both times. And I still have it. I still have the feeling in my leg, everything. I can stand on it, the whole 9 yards. And I wished I could have found you or someone like you before I let them amputate and took just the word of them at that point in time in my life. Because I feel I would have still had my leg had I been able to find you or someone, that is willing to work as hard as what you have for me.
I think part of the issue is
had my leg.
But, I think we as the medical field kind of failed you as well. And that's the purpose of this podcast, awareness campaigns for peripheral arterial disease. And the goal of allowing you to tell your story is to motivate and provide hope to other patients who might be looking at a similar fate.
And that was the
case. Would you, now would you press your doctor to say, if I told you, Kim, we're done with, there's nothing more that I could do in your leg, what would you say to me?
I would say to you, I know better because you've done it before. You've done it twice before for me. And I'm grateful for that. I tell you all the time, you're my hero because you have saved my leg on 2 different occasions.
And people are going to think I'm paying you for this.
No, not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form.
I know.
You've already paid me more than I can ever repay back, ever in this lifetime.
I appreciate that. We're really, again, I'm so happy that we can help you.